Third time's the charm for pressing the unmute button. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome to a Nexus Gaming Series playoff match out of Div B West. We've got Virtual Murky Slayers, the #1 seed, going up against Logical Decision, #5. And I'm joined by, of course, Bob Zombie. How's it going, Bob? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Mark. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'm super excited for this series. I know it's gonna be, we can just really quickly, let's go take a look at the standings just to give you guys an idea of what the match is gonna be like tonight. We've got the kind of the kingpins or the whales of Division B West here, Virtual Murky Slayers, a very strong team all season. Picking up 18 map wins and only 3. I just want to double check my stats. Is that right? Only 3 map losses here, Bob.
That's impressive. That's very impressive. And in B, B division, like that's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, let me just that's 3 map losses that Virtual Murky Slayers have here.
Wow, into the playoffs, I don't think we'd have such a
very strong team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't have the stats behind me to say which teams took games off of Virtual Murky Slayers. But yeah, they are going to be a force to reckon with. And let's also, we can also take a quick look at the bracket for this tournament here. As you can see, we're in kind of the second round, the quarterfinals, and we're in the top section here.
Tighter and tighter.
Yeah, and then
down that rabbit hole.
Let's also go back. Oh, let's go to our map selection. We have the picks and bans in order here. So we have the first map is actually going to be Volskaya Foundry, and we saw Logical Decision banning out Cursed Hollow, and Virtual Murky Slayer is getting rid of that Dragonshire.
Yeah, Dragonshire, I can see that. A lot can go wrong on Dragonshire. That's a map where teams specifically train for or don't want to deal with at all. You can't go into Dragonshire without a plan, basically. Much more so than other maps. So I can definitely see a Dragonshire ban right there. As far as Foundry, what do you think are some of the things we're going to be looking for tonight, Mark?
Yeah, so I think Foundry, we're going to see, like, it's all about the camps. It's all about control over those items. And one thing that's really interesting here, Bob, is we actually, in the Anduin patch that just hit on Tuesday, there was a handful of changes to this map, more specifically around that Trigolov Protector and its power levels. One of the big things is they took away the root that the driver gets, the W, the big grippy hand thing, and now just kind of pushes targets back. I don't know how much of an impact that's going to make, but this map did see a handful of changes in the most recent patch.
Yeah, that hand was known for securing kills quite easily. The second someone got rooted by that hand, it was a good 2, 3, 4 seconds. I don't even know what it was. It felt like forever, though, when the other team's right there. So I can definitely see taking away that power spike early. Plus, Blizzard's well aware of the meta of you get the first objective and you take that robot straight top to work on the well. Yeah. And then second objective, you bring them straight bottom. So I can see them trying to focus on toning that down. Let's
dial into this this ban phase as we have Virtual Murky Slayers actually taking out Jaina and Sylvanas. Meanwhile, Logical Decision getting rid of the Zero Tool. And what is it going to be for the second pick?
Zeratul, solid ban. Sylvanas, again, that objective win force multiplier. The second win objective was Sylvanas. She just shuts down the towers, everyone starts pushing.
Ooh, it's going to be a number rock. So Maiev is on the table here, and I'm curious to see how Maiev is going to be prioritized in this series. Again, we're coming out of D West, but and thank you guys all for joining us. I'm so excited to cast this series. Bob and I think we've done at least 1, maybe 2 Logical Decision matches in the past. And right out the gate, Virtual Murky Slayer is going with that Murky Diablo.
Solid choice. Good spell armor. Great engage. Incredible engage. At 10, if you do go with this AoE stun ability, a well-timed Diablo can punish anyone who gets caught out. Because they know how to hit that combo perfect. Yeah. And of course, Hellgate at 20. Another one with combo amplifier. Double tank. Whoa. Just like that.
Wow, they want their tanks early. They get that Johanna. They don't want to risk. They don't want to risk Johanna being banned out here. They also don't want to risk not getting Leoric, a strong kind of hero against a beefy target like Diablo.
For a while, Leoric's been known as a nice Diablo counter. That's kind of the consensus when it comes to everyone. Asmodee and Malfurion, solid. You get the root down the team. Big Orbs comes out. Get the stack, get the damage. Good choice.
Yeah.
Asmodee gets the map pressure. A map like this has long stalling objectives sometimes. So to have his trait on another lane or orbing another lane for pressure is always good. He almost has a global pressure dominance in a way, which is one of the reasons he was so popular for a long time in ban.
It's nice to like. It's very interesting seeing that they got the Leoric so early. This must be maybe from some scouting, or it could be from some comfort picks. But like, they wanted that Leoric. They picked it up in the first two choices, and then sure enough, we've got heavy health targets like Diablo, like Asmodee coming out for Virtual Murky Slayers. So you have to know. We've got a couple of the NGS analysts on this team here. Logical Decision. So you got to know they're studying some stats. They're looking at some games. They know they got a rough matchup up in front of them tonight, but they're gonna try their all to move on in this playoff.
Yeah, both teams very hungry, especially when you get this close. They're in the semifinals right now.
Ooh, that's what I wanted to see, Bob. The Maiev coming out. I think that's exactly
semifinals,
quarter. I believe it's quarterfinals here.
And then semi, and then they're just right there. They can taste it basically.
Yes.
So both teams taking this very seriously right now, which is gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm already amped up.
Yeah, the Stukov and the Maiev pickup I really enjoy from Logical Decision. It gives them that Warden's Cage plus the Lurking Arm kind of combo.
Now this pick right here, Li Ming Thrall. This pick right here, along with the Asmodee, the solo tank, just oozes confidence coming from this team. They're relying on resets for Li Ming. They're relying on Thrall not getting stuck. If Thrall gets CC'd anyway, without being able to fully engage, he usually takes heavy punishing damage. He's a full kind of commitment character.
Yeah.
You can only poke with lightning so much when you have to commit. So just them having single tank is crazy.
And the Gul'dan pickup. Yeah, I definitely kind of thinking about that, about their draft here, Bob. You make a good point, is they have full faith. It's a very high execution, just having that solo tank Diablo. One thing that comes to mind for the Thrall, of course, his chain lightning, his damage over time on these points is a real force to be reckoned with. As
Crash
well,
lightning, very popular here.
Well, I think we're still going to see Echo of the Elements, but it could. Crash lightning could get a lot of value. But I wanted to also mention the Sundering. Sundering is an incredible displacement tool, and that's at higher levels of play. Can be absolutely devastating. So it can turn off a really nice Warden's Cage initiation, smack him with a Sundering. But yeah.
Yeah, Logical Decision. Virtual Murky Slayers going in with that confident team fight. Let's get them hard damage. And then Logical Decision definitely has that more controlled. You got the Stukov Silence. You're going to be looking for Leoric and Tombs. Mieve pulls them all in. Once they're pulled all in, Stukov can get a nice big AoE, and they try to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So both completely different play styles right now as far as the draft goes for each team. You have an all-in type comp. They can also poke around, and the second they smell a kill, they can burst, which is really nice for Virtual Murky Slayers. But Logical Decision, playing that really controlled type. Sustain damage, sustain health.
Yep.
Double tank, the healing.
I think Johanna's a great pickup for this map. Can make those fights go absolutely, live way longer than she should. But yeah, let's get into this series, Bob. I'm so stoked to be casting this playoff match for NGS Division B West. On the blue side, we got Virtual Murky Slayers, the #1 seed. Bob, the #1 seed with Swagneros playing Malfurion, Veggies, Diablo, Fake News Nate on the Thrall, a Brewer 2 playing that Asmodee, and then Bagatron on the Li Ming.
And on the right side, Logical Decision playing the Stukov. We have Whoa No on Johanna. We have Ide 15. Snowglare is going to be playing that Gul'dan. Ulysses on the Leoric. And of course, Ziltoid on the Mieve.
And there's a little bit of a 3-2-3 scenario, Bob. Let's snap back. Let's eject out of the Nexus and go into this nice little orbiting state that we're at, high above the Nexus. Moist Weenus.
So high above the Nexus.
Above the Nexus right now. Thank you so much for those biddies, Moist Weenus. And yeah, he's looks like one player has dropped and should be coming back shortly.
Just got to stall a little bit. That's it. No
yeah,
big deal.
just a little bit
We're
of
professionals. We've been here before.
Here comes the filler conversation for the day, Bob. You got a hat on.
I do have a hat on.
And I don't think we've seen Bob, you know, kind of rocking the hat game. You know, what's behind the decision with the hat today? I think it, by the way, I think it looks great.
Oh, thank you.
I love the basic design. There's no there's no you know, promotion. There's no nothing on it. It's just a hat.
Just a simple hat.
You know, it's not an advertisement. We're not trying to sell you anything.
Simple
you know?
hat for a simple man.
Yep. And there we go. We've
Thank
stalled.
God.
And let's get into this this series here. Best of 3. Division B West. And also, cast your vote, y'all, in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, please cast your votes. We'd like to see people rooting on their teams. Let us know who you think's going to win this, who you want to win this. But here we go. We do see Thrall going for the Echo of Elements. I think that's kind of the very much the meta pick here. Even on maps where you can stack it, it's just so nice to have the extra stack, the second charge of Chain Lightning.
Yeah, it's understandable. They're already pulling a crazy comp. You don't need to pick crazy talents.
Smarter move.
They really don't need that extra. Smarter move. Going for the boss. Already Johanna coming in, doing a little poke. Diablo Caesar pushes her back. Little root, nothing big. Both teams feeling each other out. Johanna already taking half health damage, just like that. Showing the power of virtual Murky Slayers. Right out the gate. Their focus burst is going to be scary coming into these.
Yeah, I can definitely agree that the dunks from Asmo, the follow-up from Li Ming is going to be very scary here. We kind of just see both teams looking to do this mid-top dance, as well as, you know, camps being available. Start them early. Maybe you get a second turret before the next objective.
Meve already getting aggressive right away, and they will single out that Malfury and blind him and will put him down for the count. Asmo falling awfully low, will retreat back to the gate, has to, just like that. 1 kill to 0. Nice experienced lead by Logical Decision. What do you think of that, Mark?
Yeah, first blood by Logical Decision. They're showing us, and now they're not turning down the heat. They're actually going to be going for a support camp here, and this is a huge play. As Bagatron is falling off, although Evan goes in and gets the kill. And level 4s are now online for Logical. They're going to be getting the support camp. And just like that, they have a really nice advantage going into this first objective.
Wow, just like that, the underdogs getting a 2-0 kill lead over Virtual Murky Slayers, our top seat contender. Insane.
We do have the votes coming in. Thank you guys in the chat. We appreciate that. We're excited to be casting this game, watching some good old amateur Heroes of the Storm, and it's amazing to have y'all here enjoying it with us. So I know we're having a great time, as we always do here, Bob.
Veggies. Feeling it out a little bit. Knows his limits.
He's looking a little al dente there.
Al dente. That's Italian for well done.
And then very nice camp timing here from Logical Decision. I'm going to be grabbing that top siege. They have a slight experience lead. Uh-oh, but it's Maya that gets flipped over. She's going to be okay. Just a soft poke.
A little soft poke right there.
We transition down onto control point A. Both teams contesting with Logical actually driving out the virtual Murky Slayers for now. It looks like they're actually going to back up and clear out this this camp. That's one thing with this map is the objective takes quite a long time to capture, so it's okay to be late.
Yeah, you'll see that with these skilled teams. They'll know, hey, we don't have to dive in here right now and just die. They're up at 7 tier, which isn't too crazy, but they know there's really no need to go crazy right now. You'll see experienced teams do that. Keep their composure.
Yeah, no items were burned out. We do still have that that healing pulse available. Wono is clutching it with his space what is that? Squid arm. And Ziltoid, of course, has that turret for his team. So it's a one heal pulse, 1 turret to 1 turret as far as the item front goes. And yeah, just like that, Virtual Murky Slayer is actually opting to not contest this.
They are. Watch for Logical Decision here. Trying to get him to the top lane. Try to take out that Moonwell for the next objective.
They're just walking away with one wall and moving straight up top, just like Bob. Illuminati confirmed. Bob predicted it. There it goes. Surely that top well is going to be the focus.
Working the towers. Enemy at the gates already. The robot dropping Pacific Rim up on top with the Cujo Diablo. Very fitting.
Very fitting indeed, Bob. I love that reference that you're pulling out. The Rock'em Sock'em robot is now going for the moon well. And there we do see that new functionality from the W. Actually pushing Diablo back rather than rooting him. Oh, but it's either it gets flipped. It's Johanna. She should be able to walk out of this alive. She is taking a lot of heavy damage here, but I'm going to burn that Laws of Hope and heal on up. Pretty nice, pretty conservative, use of that objective there. They're not trying anything crazy, not overstaying their welcome. Getting that top well, posturing for control point B.
10 sneaking up for logical decision. Already turned into that type of game. The second 10s come online, it's a whole different game.
Indeed. And yeah, there's a nice, there's going to be a sizable chunk here where Logical is going to have their ultis. Let's see how they choose to utilize this moment. Yes, I like this move actually, going for the support camp. But will they be able to burn it down fast enough? Because Virtual Murky Slayers are on the move. They're rotating up.
They do have 10s. They do have 10s.
Yeah, but the 10s did not quite come online, so now that's 2 heal pulses over to Logical.
Yeah, that's strong. It's very strong to have for the next objective. Looks like Virtual Murky Slayers will pick up 10s as well. Both teams soaking. Feeling it out. 4-man rotations, both on top. Might see a little tussle up here.
Yep, so let's look at some of these level 10s. We actually see Stukov going for the massive shove. Typically we kind of see that, flailing swipe build. Massing shove could be a response to the solo tank Diablo, perhaps.
Man,
just getting him out.
Look at these teams mirror each other. That's just, you can just tell the skill of each team here. Almost mirroring each other exactly in the rotations, you know what I mean?
Yep. Everything is so far very balanced,
That discipline's so impressive just to see.
And then the rest of the alts are pretty standard picks here, except for, actually, hold on here, Bob. We're going to see Containment Disc from the Maiev coming out.
Yeah, they only have one tank. Usually when they have one tank, you want a Locust, you want a Cocoon, you want a Containment Disc. You want to do whatever you can to eliminate that tank, and it leaves them vulnerable. So that's a pretty smart pickup by them if they can capitalize on it. The other team's definitely going to feel it. However, they don't have much burst, per se. But yeah, again, taking out Diablo, all you have is a back line.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of isolation between that Horrify, between the Entomb, the Containment Disc. Near all of these alties are fantastic displacement, which is, I think, going to be crucial to pick apart this rank 1 team. And then, speaking of the Virtual Murky Slayers, we're going to see the Lightning Breath, we're going to see Earthquake, Disintegrate, Twilight Dream, and Tide of Sin.
Yep. Slow them and burn them. That's basically it. The nice Earthquake slow comes down, and you just have all this straight line damage coming out. Veggie's getting really deep in there.
Veggie's getting a little bit deep. It looks like Logical's going to be rotating down.
Ooh, pops the ult by Leoric, and they will silence him. Big fear. They're locking him down, and he will drop just like that. And the chase continues on to Malfurion. Ulysses leading the charge, slowing him down. Malfurion will drop as well, and just like that, Ulysses trying to get out himself.
Both healing pulses here are burned. It's a 2-for-0 trade, but they did grab some items. They sucked some items dry from Logical Decision.
Ooh, Veggie's getting deep in there.
Yeah, Veggies was getting awful deep. I was kind of hoping for less crispy.
Yeah, that was deep fried right there.
It really was.
Well done. Camp's getting picked up bottom.
Yep, both they're going to be looking to replenish their item supply. They are still holding on to that control point though. Level 13s are online. So at this point, Virtual Murky Slayers just looking to catch up in experience.
It's nice they're trying to take advantage early, the best they can, like Decision. Really smart. Because as of now, 16 and 20, Virtual Murky Slayers definitely have some pretty powerful talents and bursts coming on later. The scaling of Thrall and Li Ming and Asmodee endgame is disgustingly noticeable.
Yeah,
so
Asmodee already at 271 stacks here, about 9 minutes into the game, so he is a force to be reckoned with. He has that first part of the quest complete.
Big Root coming out, catching both tanks on the enemy teams. Diablo's breath will come out.
Yep, two of the turrets have been popped. Virtual Murky Slayers have 2 turrets now. They're looking for a kill on Ulysses here in the top lane. Meanwhile, Ziltoid falling a little bit low as Leaning's peppering some damage in. Oh, a big Twilight Dream hitting, connecting with 1-2 members.
Wow, just like
but
that.
then the Entomb comes out. It's almost trapping Ziltoid here, and all of a sudden...
will drop just like that, and they will continue the chase. Gul'dan lagging a little behind, will cross the gate. What a turnaround. Those 2 turrets. Just open season. Yeah. During all that chaos, those turrets were just peppering down.
Escargot is on the menu tonight for the Virtual Murky Slayers. But yeah, that was fantastic team fighting from both sides here, as we only saw 1 member fall in what was pretty heated scuffle. Now, I don't know if Logical Decision is going to be in a place where they can contest this. There's only 50% on that control point. Mayav is just spawning up now. It looks like they're going to bring all the members up here and try for another take at this control point.
Yeah, it looks like they're rallying up. They got that 99%. They don't want to lose it now. Especially with a 10-minute objective. Be able to do some nice damage. Work towards those keeps. Leoric throwing an arm out. Thrall poking. Gets stuck by the tanks. Diablo.
Ooh. The Entomb, the silence, but then the containment is also coming out. And just like Li Ming is in the backline here, actually killing the Stukov, getting some resets going on. And now Logical Decision is going to be on the retreat. They're falling awful low here. They could not quite find that.
Ziltoid will drop down. Both tanks running away. Leoric gets caught by Root, gets caught by the Dragon's Breath, will drop as well. And Johanna, both tanks are down. Just Gul'dan left, will get obliterated with a big old orb from Mick Nasty Asmodon. Just like that, Mark.
A Brewer 2 for the Asmodon.
A Brew for an Asmodon. Turnaround. I was talking about it. The 16 and 20 talent spikes are so devastating for Virtual Murky Slayers. Just the power that comes from getting Mirror Ball. The power comes from Total Annihilation. All 3 of their assassins just get these heavy burst damage talents at 16.
And actually seeing Thrall pick up the Thunderstorm quest at level 16 here, which requires him to hit different targets and can stack up to 40% Chain Lightning bonus damage. Containment Disc going out of the Protector. It's quite cheeky play. It does freeze the time, but it's going to give them a little bit of opportunity to gain their posture. They're not going to be quite the keep kill yet here.
Oh man, these Asmo orbs are going to be disgusting.
Yeah, already up 386 stacks.
Yeah, he'll be maxed out very soon. Probably like 3 seconds. Whenever his glow comes off cooldown, he's going to be maxed out basically. And at 20, he gets that increased damage, increased area, and it's finished. It's going to be... Oh man,
Bob's excited for this as an Asmodon main himself. As
Asmodon main right here.
Multi-gilded
We'll make adjustments accordingly.
Asmodon player. Bob is thrilled to be casting this match. Of course, seeing his boy Asmo, a Brewer 2, showing us how it's done here on the Asmodon pickup.
This is controversial, but there's no counter for Asmodon. It's that simple. There's no counter for a good Asmodon. That's why you see him get banned all the time. I'm telling you.
And now Virtual Murky Slayers are actually the ones in the lead here with just about a level of advantage in the experience. They have 2 forts down to none here, and they almost got that top keep. So we're gonna expect to see Asmodon putting a lot of generals, trying to push that wave in as best he can. And it's actually, it's
top lane getting cheeky. You got the double anchors.
Virtual Murky Slayers making a move towards the support camp. They see they're actually on the retreat here now as the Earthquake comes out. The containment disc is on Diablo, but it's Ulysses that's falling awful low on Leoric here. He might be the first to fall. He's a big lightning breath coming down, slowing out Johanna, and now
Gul'dan getting caught in the back, takes major damage from the Aura. Does have the negative healing. Big healing goes down. 4 Logical Decision won't be enough. Everyone scattered. The fear dropping them all. And who gets caught? But Maiev trying to run away will get melted. The Asmodon orbs is doing massive damage all around. Thrall, will he have the root up? Boom! Gul'dan drops himself.
3 for nothing trade here as Logical Decisions almost kind of got baited into a fight there. It was Leoric is going to be spawning, but he's going to be spooky ghosting back to safety.
Hero slain.
And just like that, Johanna actually falls as well to the Diablo Li Ming in the top, and the first keep of the game is going over to the Virtual Murky Slayers.
Yeah, they're falling in now. They got the pressure on every lane from Asmodon. Asmodon's fully stacked. Once he hits 20, and he upgrades his orb if he opts to do so. Oh man, this is rough right here. Catapults coming from all sides now.
Team has destroyed the fort.
20s online for Murloc.
Yeah, all of a
Murky
sudden,
Slayers.
it's turned into an avalanche scenario here. His 20s are online, 2 keeps are down, control point C is right around the corner. And yeah, interesting pick here, Bob. We don't see the Asmo going for the Glutton. He actually opts to get the Black Pool upgrade at level 20.
Yeah, if you have a coordinated team and you have a way to lock them down, it means every 20 seconds you can have burst damage on a single target. So with coordinated teams, it's totally a thing. It's also good for killing minions last second.
Virtual Murky Slayers are actually on the retreat here now, as Logical Decision is stepping up, trying to get a little bit of pressure, keep them off that bottom. But level 20s are still not online. Talent tier disadvantage here. Ziltoid's falling awful
Meave
low.
taking big damage. Will get out of there just in time. Huge orb doing 25-30% damage at once. Leoric just getting out. But taking heavy damage on the tree. Diablo angry, poking away. This beast is uncontainable right now. Johanna with the chase. This Holy Crusader looking for some revenge. Meave will go in herself, looking to hunt some demons. Pulls back the Thrall. Thrall will get stunned, fall, silence. Will make it out. Big Li Ming damage to compensate.
Oh, and Veggie's getting that nice wallbanger stun against
Great
Maiev here,
ball.
but it's gonna be. They do get themselves a kill. Malfurion is now dropped. It's a 2-for-0 trade as Virtual Logical Decision is playing out of their mind here right now. Level 20 disadvantage. They're walking away with 2 for nothing. The fight is still going on.
Oh, disgusting. Orb completely turns the tides of battle just like that. 2 will fall. Ulysses just getting out himself. Johanna trying to cover the retreat. Gul'dan leaving with no way to heal himself this second.
Hero slain.
The Reset City from Li Ming there, as it ends up being a 2-for-3 trade, and somehow it actually looks like Virtual Murky Slayers are walking out of that one.
Oh yeah, one orb. One orb is all it took. One single orb completely shifted the momentum in that battle.
Let's take a look at... Uh-oh, hold on here, Bob. There's some all chat going on. I wonder if this is going to be something spicy.
Uh-oh.
Teams are actually talking now in-game to each other mid-match. But looking at the damage numbers, we do see Asmodee with the 69. Nice.
Yeah, that's...
1,000 hero damage and 188
those are...
siege.
If you're good on Asmo, those are standard stats. Not to take anything away, he's really good, but you should be topping everything if you're good on Asmo. That's just the nature of him, the way the orb mechanic works. You should be overkilling everything you hit, minion-wise and everything. Your numbers should be through the roof, which they are. So he's absolutely nailing it right now.
Okay, well, this is going to be surely the one of could be the last fight of this best of 3 series. Map 1, Volskaya Foundry. The third control point has been secured by Virtual Murky Slayers. They're marching this robot. Looks like they're actually going to be going straight to the middle, Bob.
They are. They have the win condition. They know it. They don't want to mess around. Why would they? They're in the semifinals. Marching in. Vault already goes out early.
Red team's core is under attack.
Oh, and just like that, Leoric getting caught in the back line. Will have to come back. Big Diablo Breath ults will drop. Chaos ensues into the center. They will focus down that
Veggie's
Diablo.
getting bursted down here. Diablo flying awful low. He might be the first to go down, but it's double kill. The orb, the dunks are real, Bob. Now Li Ming is going to be resetting. The Protector here is still at 75% health. 2 members to nothing. And it surely looks like Virtual Murky Slayers are going to be walking away with map number 1.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely GG.
Red team's core
The
is
GGs are flying. Bob is even getting in on the mix. He's throwing a GG out in there.
It's reflex.
Wow. Whew. What a game. It seemed Logical Decision was doing a fantastic job in the early game, in the mid game. They actually had an advantage up until that one. I believe it was post. It was right before 16 for Virtual Murky Slayers. I think the call was basically they saw 16s on the horizon. They saw Virtual Murky Slayers were working down that support camp. So they said it's now or never. If we don't take this fight now, they're gonna have 16s. They're gonna have the support camp. Then we're gonna have to wait even longer before we have an option. So I think that was kind of the thought process behind that invade.
You see MVP Black who used to, HGC, MVP Black World Champions, BlizzCon, last BlizzCon, they used to talk about all the time about how hero scaling is so important to them and how they balance early game and end game heroes. And that draft was such a perfect example of Virtual Murky Slayers. They had 3 assassins whose end game is disgusting.
Yeah.
So they didn't even necessarily have to win the early game. They just had to not lose, you know what I mean? The early game that bad.
Right.
Basically just keep up because they knew once they got to the end game, their damage was just so much.
Logical
Decision did a great job. So interrupt. Decision did a great job of working that. I mean, this game wasn't a stomp at all. They totally could have won at any point.
Yep.
Because at minute timers, all you have to do is run down the middle and you're at the core. They did a great job doing that, but Murky Slayers really capitalized on their power spikes perfectly. When they hit 16, they knew all 3 of their assassins were supercharged.
Yeah.
And with 20, it's even worse. Yeah.
And I just want to say, that Thrall, I mentioned we were kind of theory crafting a little bit. I mentioned the Sundering potential to stop the Warden's Cage. We didn't see any of that. Actually, just the Earthquake, though. So much value from that ultimate, I feel like. It was popped always as the team fight, 0.5 seconds after it was begun. The teams were committed. You saw the Earthquake come out, and just, logical decisions all of a sudden just really couldn't, can't really move around. It makes positioning so much more difficult. But let's recap on our map picks so far.
That was great restraint by the Thrall player. Playing Thrall is pretty hard because it's really... He's almost like a Kerrigan. You have to have really good game knowledge of when to engage. Otherwise, you'll throw yourself away. Thrall's like that. Sonya's like that. Kerrigan's like that. Those melee assassins need extra game knowledge just to make sure they don't throw their lives away.
Okay, and we do have the draft lobby here. It looks like the next map we're going to be going to is Battlefield of Eternity. Oh, man. This is a map that I would say a little bit less macro-intensive and more focused on straight team fighting.
Sure, yeah, it comes down to, do you want a team fight? Do you want to burn the Immortals? Do you want a combination of both? Usually it depends on where the Immortal spawns and how the game flow is, of course. But usually you'll see teams either focus on 2 things. Either team fights, we're going to kill the team and then kill our Immortal. We'll defend it, we'll win the team fight, and then we'll kill the Immortal. Or, as soon as it pops, we're racing the Immortal.
Yeah.
We'll avoid the team fight.
Yep.
Just scatter, do whatever you can, slow them down, poke the Immortal down to death while they're defending it. You'll see those 2 different play styles. And then it comes down to, of course, as it always does, the execution.
Yep. Yeah, and I think, a little bit of macro adjustments you can make or during the draft, kind of playing that metagame, looking for heroes like Artanis, like Greymane, like the Li Ming. I'm curious to see how that's prioritized here. Because, of course, we saw it come out in the last map. It felt pretty darn strong. This is another map where she's going to get a lot of value. She's got that same teamfight potential. She also has that, crazy race potential.
Yeah, there was a long time where Li Ming was the queen here. The way the sight works on this map, her spells all go over terrain. So if you have any vision at all, you can safely poke. There was a time when Chromie was really good here. This is 3 reworks ago.
Yeah.
When her range was a lot different.
All right, let's see if
even Hanzo used to be a king here. They dramatically nerfed his arrow.
Oh yeah,
they used to destroy the Immortal, so it's actually good.
Yeah, I think because of that cooldown reduction he used to get, that now only works on heroes, or maybe they got rid of it altogether.
Yeah, the cooldown reduction is from hitting heroes only. Used to be hitting anything. Used to be able to burn that thing freaking instantly.
And thank you guys all here for joining us in chat. Bagatron, wait a minute. Did I just see, is he in the game and he's in the chat? Who is this guy? I believe that's the Li Ming player dropping in to say, hey, John Knight, Colby McWolby. This is Covey and Colby McWolby. Don't confuse those. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming by. I'm stoked about this. At this point, I'm rooting for Logical. At the beginning, I was rooting for Logical. I want that underdog. I want that upset. I think they got the power to do it, and we're gonna see the bans come out here. Logical taking away a nub, taking away the Diablo.
Yeah, they didn't ban the Asmo because you almost never see an Asmo here. That being said, anything's possible. But the way stacking works and his range works, you just usually don't see an Asmo here. It's definitely not. This is definitely one of his weaker maps.
And the Sylvanas ban again. I think that is a respect ban for
Zeratul.
For Ziltoid there. And meanwhile, Ziltoid is going to be just no hesitation taking the Zeratul. Bagatron alt tabs back into the game after typing some dank memes into the chat and just locks Hanzo.
Yep, Hanzo. His arrow is huge here. Vision is really strong on this map because of the way the corridors work. Vision's really strong here. Scattering arrow. In the middle of the maps, you have to try to miss with scattering arrow. Like you will hit. You will get value out of scattering arrow on this map no matter what.
Yeah.
Just the way the corridors are. And you can do some disgusting bursts. We're talking half health heroes, squishies, or more with one scattering arrow.
Yeah, meanwhile, it's going to be Tyrande and Johanna picked up next. For logical decision, I like these. I like these two choices. I think Tyrande gets some nice value here with the Hunter's Mark. Always having that target around to attack, get some cooldown reduction for her heal.
Yep, they got Vision with Zeratul. They got Vision with Tyrande and Owl.
Yeah, and then it's going to be ETC as the tank option for the virtual Murky Slayers. Ooh, I kind of foresee, man, just the threat of Mosh Pit is so real. It's so scary.
This map is just a maze. It's just it's Maze Runner. You're just fighting in a maze. That's all it is. So any sight, any surprises are just so powerful in this map. Any spells that can go over walls.
Ooh. A little bit of a cheeky third ban on the Zarya getting taken out. Interesting.
Yes, good point, Colby. Sylvanas, she's one of the highest damage assassins in the game if left unchecked. A lot of people don't know that because she is squishy and she doesn't have as many tools as other assassins, but she is one of the highest damage heroes in the entire game. She has giant killers and everything.
Yeah.
Has been picked just like that.
I'm getting chills. I've got goosebumps here, Bob. Asmon, we don't usually see him on this map.
You'll get stacks. At level 1, you pick hero. So you get 3 stacks per hero. And if you pick at 7, you get bonus when they're stacked up. You can stack up really fast without ever hitting minions on this map. So it is possible, for sure. I still pick him on this map. Like I said, it's not his strongest map. But he doesn't really have a weak map to begin with. You know what I mean? So even his weakest map, he's still good at best. Like, he's good. Asmon's strong all around. He's been underestimated for years.
Ooh, and it's actually going to be Leeming and Rexar here.
Now, sorry, I'm just talking.
No, go for it.
As far as Rexar, what's going to be interesting to see here is if they take Animal Husbandry at 4.
Ooh.
It's super, super, super risky.
Yeah.
But at the same time, oh man, you can get up to disgusting amounts of health and just have a permanent Misha. The Rexar is a counter for Hanzo. And a lot of higher skilled players know this. If you sit Misha on Hanzo, she can body block every single one of his attacks.
Oh yeah.
He can't Q past Misha, and he can't shoot arrows off Misha. You can literally body block Hanzo, completely shutting him down.
Yeah, I think that's a great
A
zoning
skilled
tool.
Rexar, and he's a very common pick. I wouldn't say common, but skilled players know this. Both teams know this right now, so we'll see how the execution works out.
We have confirmation here from C. Brisket in the chat that a Brewer 2 plays Zarya, and he is a Zara god.
A Zara god. Whew.
If Zarya is anything like Zasmo, I'd be afraid.
Man, this is going to be good. Look at these drafts. These are exciting drafts, you know what I mean?
Alright, fans, come out from the shadows now and cast your votes. There is no voting command. I saw a couple people trying to do, exclamation point vote, and that is a pretty darn good idea. And I should really set that up. But we will count the votes, and then, yeah.
Yeah, Rexar, he is a counter to Hanzo. Rexar is tricky to talk about. Rexar is really tricky to talk about. Because Rexar is a character where you either feel like you're getting lots and lots and lots of value, or you feel like you're useless. Rexar definitely falls in that category. Let's announce the team, Mark.
Yeah, let's announce these teams. We got Virtual Murky Slayers, the #1 seed, looking pretty nice in that first match here in the blue side, with Veggies playing the Malfuria and E-Bagatron on that Hanzo, Swagneros on the ETC, a Brew or 2 on the Asmo, and of course Fake News Nate on the Thrall.
And on the right side, Logical Decision playing that Tyrande. We have Wo No on the Johanna tank. We have Day 15 on that heavy damage. Li Ming burst reset. We got Snowglare on that sneaky Zeratul. We have Ziltoid, and on that powerful almighty Mega, one of my favorite characters from any lore, Rexar. We have playing by Ulysses.
Started off here, 4 members just going to their respective lanes here. Nothing too crazy you can do in the beginning of the game. The only one that's going to be stacking is Asmodin, and you better believe Logical Decision knows that. They're gonna try to adjust their positioning accordingly here. There's no reason to give them free stacks. All they need is the experience.
Yeah, picking up what I thought he would with the hero damage globe, getting extra stacks. Zeratul going up for the rotation, little poke on Thrall. Nothing too crazy there. We will see the cleave build by Zeratul just by his first talent, which of course is a great build. It's easy to play, and it's the most effective in these team fight settings.
Oh, and Zeratul rotates back in. The ETC power slide does locks him down and gets quite a bit of damage out on him, but he's going to be walking away okay.
Virtual Mercs, they're oh man. How can you not just be in awe of that coordination by Virtual Murky Slayers? The second he pops up, it's a root, it's a slide, and it's focused damage. Like, that is just, you know, that separates the men from the boys. You know what I mean? Like, that's freaking crazy. That's where the division goes in.
We do see Zeratul posturing in that top lane there, trying to do a little bit, potentially, a little bit of poke damage against this Thrall. Not too much going to be achieved by that. Meanwhile, Hanzo somehow already at 11 stacks here, Bob. Almost 2 minutes into the game, he is near done with this quest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scattering Arrow on this map, you can't miss. This is like the best map for Scattering Arrow. Especially once those team fights get started in the middle. You have to try to miss a Scattering Arrow. Zeratul getting that poke damage. Now Zeratul, once he gets 7, he gets Wormhole, letting him go in, cleave, and leave safely. He can cleave. He can teleport, cleave, throw his slow damage, and teleport back out in a split second.
Now let's check in our boys up top here. Pretty even stalemate. Not too much is really able to be done in this lane. Is now level 4s online for both of these teams. We're gonna see a hold that thought. Hey, Murda RG, thank you so much for that raid and welcome. Raiders, we're in map number 2, Division B West, Virtual Murky Slayers in blue versus Logical Decisions in red. And we're on Battlefield of Eternity here. We're watching an Asmodin game. We saw it on Volskaya. We're seeing it again. A Brewer 2 was pulling some serious numbers on the Asmo.
Murky Slayers picking up that camp right now, which is pretty standard when the objective spawns. Both teams doing that.
Oh man, off screen, I'm so totally distracted here as Zeratul actually goes down during this objective. Asmodin showing his power.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened there, I'll be honest. Happened so fast. Alright, and in the middle, Murky Slayers defending that Angel for the Angelic side. Same will go top as Hanzo tries to poke away that demon.
Yeah, they've got Tyrande up there just trying to zone out the Hanzo, provide a little bit of pressure.
Yep, split defenses. Interesting. Both supports on that top Immortal.
Yeah, also both teams, you know, trying to clear out those bruiser camps as well as damage the Immortals and soak the lanes. And now during the second phase here, the halftime, it's going to be Swagnor's going an awful deep here, getting some nice damage out.
Look at that, just zoning for the Hanzo. Hanzo burning it down solo, so it will be a 5v4 with the home field advantage on blue, evening it out. Smart play by Murky Slayers here.
And Murky Slayers getting some, actually winning this race by about 1,000 damage points. And we see Logical Decision, all of the numbers are pretty low HP, and they're actually forced to kind of be zoned out here. They can't really do too much
right now. Asmodin has absolutely no mana, but they will get the kill on Zeratul, who gets caught out. That ETC really punishing him. Hide has to fall back himself.
First Immortal is going to be going over to Virtual Murky Slayers. The power of that Hanzo, he's just kind of sitting, lamping out, putting in some damage.
Here's the thing people need to realize. With Zeratul, he'll get Wormhole at 7, meaning he can teleport, do damage, teleport back. However, ETC is one of the strongest counters in the game to that. Because if you stun him and his teleport back expires during that stun, he cannot teleport back out.
Yep.
So ETC is actually a great counter pick to Zeratul if he is fast enough. And clearly, Swagneros is fast enough. Oh, see? Just like that. You just saw him teleport down and just miss it. He's going to do that. He's going to save his slide every time for Zeratul so they can eliminate him. So let's see how this pans out. Just had to get that out of the way so people know what's going on.
Very, very nice insight here from Bob. The Immortal is going to be falling. It looks like they're going to commit just a little hair longer. And Ziltoid falling awful low here on the Zeratul. The power slide went out. The root connects, but he's going to blink away.
We're going down there, forcing that Malfurion in the back. Veggie's trying to get out. Just Johanna's up there. Zeratul trying to get up so he can get a cleave. Swagneros falling awfully low himself. We'll take some focus damage. We'll get away with just a hair.
They're just looking for one kill to get the leaving resets here, but Hanzo is peppering, doing so much damage. It's a 2-for-1 trade.
It's a slugfest back and forth. Look at that. 2-for-1 trade in favor of Logical Decision. Orbs coming out, doing some peppering damage. That will only get deadlier as the game goes on. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, standard solo lane fighting. Thrall and Rexar, a classic solo lane matchup.
And we did not see the animal husbandry at 4. Gonna be going with that safer hunter-gatherer build.
Yeah, Asmo can't solo lane, basically. Asmo gets way more value being in team fights. He gets stacked much faster on a small map like this. Asmonin is by far a better team fighter than he is solo laner. He used to be a better solo laner, but those days are long gone. Asmonin's totally a team fighter now.
Yeah, and level 10s are right around the corner, and we see Virtual Murky Slayer stepping up here. They've got the Khazra camps, they've got a catapult.
10s coming online, Mark.
And they're gonna be staying, trying to really push this advantage, escorting these camps here. They've got the 10s, they've got some pressure. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Rexar actually falls here. Fake News Nate doing a little 2v1 action.
Man, almost dropping the Zeratul as well. Absolutely disgusting. And he will drop the Zeratul just like that. Zeratul tried to come into a wormhole, and he totally predicted it and got him in a root lightning combo, just like that. Man, huge shout out to Fake News Nate with the absolute high micro skill in that throw.
Now 5 seconds without Zeratul, even longer without the ultis here, and this Immortal is going down fast.
Yeah, they know it.
Its health bar is melting. Hanzo has so much damage from the simple geometry. Let's actually just take a look.
They're up 2 levels, and they know it.
He's sitting at 42k. Right, I'm sorry. Does Siege not count monster damage? Does that not count race damage?
I don't think so.
Okay. We can actually see the damage done to the Immortal. So scuffed string.
It just pops up at the end. It's like an award, Mortal Slayer.
Right.
Meanwhile, Void Prison going out, getting the tank and the healer.
Level 10s are online. We do see the Boars have Bun unleashed.
They're going in heavy, huge
combo.
combo.
Awful low here. Malfurion at the first fall, but there is the mosh pit.
4 man mosh, just like that. 1 for 2 trade going down. Zeratul will drop as well. Li Ming getting a reset. They will focus down. Fake News Nate trying to get damage on him. The whiff on the stun will get out. Asmonin will be caught out himself. Newsletter Nate taking heavy damage. Ulysses has to fall back.
Ulysses, he gets the kill. Ebagatron is a monster. As he secures that kill for his team, it's a I believe that was a 2-for-2 trade near the end of that.
It was. Virtual Murky Slayers had a huge head start on the Immortals, so top lane. Little bruiser pushing in, nothing crazy. Going to address that right now. Immortal spawning bottom as this Angel marches towards the gates.
Angel at the gate here.
Angel at the gates.
They're going to be getting a little bit of damage on it, but the Virtual Murky Slayers are on the move.
They are converging, Mark.
Converging on this bottom Immortal. The fort will surely fall. Let's see if they step up and try to get the keep here. As ETC slides in, all of the ults have pretty much been burned. But they're slowly coming back up one by one for both teams here. And level 13s are very close for Virtual Murky Slayer. Logical Decision hoping to just get this burn down as fast as possible.
Big Orb coming out, doing damage, stacking up.
Preemptive Tranquility here, Pop, just to keep these the members of the blue team here nice and healthy as they secure that Misha kill. And they're stepping up, trying to, it looks like they might make a move here in the core. Void Prison comes out hitting 1, 2, 3 members. And now, Logical Decision moving in here. And oh my gosh, the Johanna Condemn is huge. It hits all 5 members but she's just body blocked in the middle of everything. She gets that quest complete, but she will
sealed
fall.
her own grave. Yep. Zeratul, a little poke damage. Nothing major. Zeratul's biggest damage spike comes at 16. Up until 16, you can only do so much damage. Once 16 hits, you're on a whole nother playing field. But the question is, can they get there?
Yeah, we do see the first keep going down 10 minutes in. This is not what you want to see if you're a Logical Decision fan. I don't who's to say they're stopping there. Virtual Murky Slayer they don't need to turn down the aggression. They have that talent tier. They're going to be getting that tower. They have Hanzo in the bottom lane. The boars have been unleashed. ETC slides back in with the Mosh and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 members. Oh, the Wave of Force from Lee Main cancels it, but the orb damage is massive. It's getting Logical Decision so low, but they're trying to get a kill. They're trying to get some damage out. It's a 5v4, and they're still struggling to threaten any kill targets here. Is Hanzo just casually...
Yeah, poor Warno on that Tyrande. The whole team just taking so much damage between the Chain Lightnings, the Hanzo poke, and the Asmodean poke. That's got to be a nightmare to heal right now.
Yeah, and this is the moment. This is basically make or break for Logical Decisions. They've got the even talent tiers for just a moment in time. This is really their time to show us what they have, to show us that they can take a map off Virtual Murky Slayers, who have only lost 3 maps this season.
Yeah, you can see why right here. This is incredible. The coordination. Their individual skill micro is through the roof for this division.
Yeah, and Moshpit, all of the ults are online for the red team here. Moshpit down for another 50 seconds, so this looks like a fight that we could see Logical Decisions take, but they do have camps pushing down the top and bottom lanes that they will need to defend.
They do. It's a war of attrition, and they're winning it right now, and they know that.
Oh, the poor Misha's just getting deleted.
ETC making a little whiff there, going in deep. We'll get stunned. We'll get stunned again. Completely chain locked for 4 seconds. They take advantage of it. See you later. ETC flies off the map. Zeratul smelling blood on that veggies. We'll have to back out, but Johanna does not. Chasing him down. Holy Crusader. Asmo gets out. Huge 4-man stun arrow from the Hanzo. Beautiful disengaging damage. Wow. Just like that. One player's highly skilled ult just completely shutting down that team advancement, Mark.
Yeah, and they have to make a decision here. What do? Level 16s are just about to come online. They have some minions on the core, but Zilto's falling awful low. He does blink out. And ETC is back up here in 5 seconds.
Yeah, they're up 5-4. You're gonna see them being like, well, this is it. We got to do something. Zeratul goes back to heal up. They know time is against them in every way, shape, and form. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw them rally up. I'm surprised they didn't try to take that fight right there, again, just because of the talent tier and the 5v4. Readjusting kind of will put them at a disadvantage once the other team gets 16. Yeah, pretty hard.
They felt the pressure on the core from those camps. They had to kind of go back, lick their wins.
They're going
a big,
for it
massive
now.
board play comes out here. As Asmodean is now caught. Logical Decisions.
Huge focus on the Asmodean. ETC going in deep. Will get slammed out of the way. Thrall trying to flank from the south. This team scattering, trying to defend that Immortal the best they can. They're going to have to push forward to defend it. And they know it, trying to heal up a little bit before they re-engage. Here comes the re-engage. Johanna going in. Will get zoned out.
Oh, and Ziltoid is getting... Oh, my gosh, the arrow!
That gave him a haircut. It was so close, Mark.
Yeah, Buzz for the Ziltoid there. And that's going to be maybe enough of a distraction for Virtual Murky Slayers to secure that objective. But the fight has not stopped yet. A big Lunar Flare comes out. Swagneros is on the retreat. He's falling awful low. But oh my gosh, 1 more second. Asmodean will be back. He's got the orbs. And that Hanzo is just being an absolute pest.
Yeah, for sure. Every time they get a breather, they don't. The Hanzo's right there to follow it up. Asmo will do some damage. It hurts. Chain Lightning comes down. It hurts. Just when they think they're safe, out of nowhere, Hanzo's shooting his arrows at them, raining it down, blotting out the sun. This Immortal, this Angel pushing right now to get the second keep of the game.
Second keep of the game. It's a full shield Immortal, no level 16s. This is not looking good for Logical Decisions.
This is it. This is their darkest hour, and they know that. They're down a talent here, and it's really hurting. They really need that 16. Zeratul needs that power boost so bad right now for the team. And a mirror ball would be nice too from Lee Min. She knows it. Oh man, this is rough.
It's moving onto the core. I don't know what's going to happen here, Bob.
Murky Slayers is definitely going to go for it while they're down that 16. Asmodean picking up a little Misha
Oh,
kill.
nice Void Prison comes out. They're just trying to use that as a distraction to get this Immortal burned down. They have to get the damage. It's on the core here. Shields are starting to fall very soon. All of the ults, pretty much on both sides, are still available. Tranquility goes down. It's just a preemptive. Keep those members healthy, nice and healthy on the blue side here. But Johanna.
Man, it's over. Is it ever over? Oh man, the fatality from a Brewer 2.
The GGs are flying. Bob getting up in there, throwing his GG out. Wow. What a game. Let's take a quick breather and just look at some of these stats, these post-game stats for you guys here. Again, a brew or two. It's like we were saying, Bob Asmo, he's got no counter. He's topping all the boards. A 60k hero for his team there.
Yeah, I don't got much to say.
Yeah,
I really don't.
We're gonna try to.
It just spoke for itself. And that oh man. Logical had a really good chance once they hit 16. They really did. Li Ming getting Mirror Ball it's like a 33% total damage on a burst or something like that. It's really high. And then Zeratul nearly doubles his damage once he hits 16, if not more, depending on how many targets he hits. So their 16 tier would have helped them tremendously. The map acted fast. Before you knew it, it was just done. They just couldn't get there. If it would have been more even till 16, they definitely would have had a shot. Because every time they focused someone for burst, it would have been that much faster. Great plays by both teams. It was a lot closer than it looked too. Even though the other team didn't have any down, those all came down to just a couple kills at the right time. So those games were actually really, really close to a train die.
Yeah, I absolutely agree there. You know, of course, logical decision being that 5th seed, we can kind of just quickly, while we're waiting for this interview, we can look at the standings. This is pre-playoff stats we're looking at here. Again, virtual Murky Slayers with 18 map wins and only 3 losses. But like you said, Bob, logical, they definitely had a chance to win those games. The drafting felt pretty good. Maybe some minor mistakes or some adjustments, I'm sure, but like it was a lot closer than it looked, and they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, that early game damage last match for logical decision just wasn't there. And it's not their fault. It's just it's the heroes. That's something that happens when you pick Rexar. It's something you risk when you pick Rexar. And that Li Ming needs resets, needs the ability to combo and teleport in. And Zeratul doesn't do massive damage till 16 and 20. He just doesn't. You can go solo build with amp damage on your warp, which is like it's like the keyboard version of them.
So it looks like we got a couple of the virtual Murky Slayers in here. Oh my gosh, they just keep piling in. All of these Murlocs.
Hey guys.
Right. Do we have too many? Should I get going?
No. By all means, you're all welcome. First of all, congratulations, guys.
Thanks, man. Thanks for casting.
Thanks.
Absolutely. So now tell me about, because I have not had the pleasure of watching you guys play or catching any of your games before. So tell me in the chat a little bit about virtual Murky Slayers. How long have you guys been friends? How long have you been playing heroes together? What's the background on your team, and any maybe interesting little tidbits about some of the members?
Well, we've been playing together for Hogan, a Brewer 2, and I've been playing together for a long time, like 3 years.
Yeah, 3-something years now, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of us. We're all friends in the real world, so that's sort of the thread that made the team. And we played last season. That was fun. We made playoffs and lost pretty early, and we played Heroes Lounge. And we won the counter pick stupid little tournament, and we've been playing a little bit, and just practicing up.
Seasoned team.
Yeah, very, very. That's awesome. I also play with a lot of my real life friends as well. So, and I always say, like, that's definitely how this game should be enjoyed. We can find like a group of people that mesh well together, and you can kind of like work as a team and improve. So kind of looking at the standings, I'm seeing that you guys have, what was it, 18 map wins and 3 losses? Is that correct?
I think that's probably a bug, but I don't know, maybe.
That was the regular season, right? We went
Yeah.
2-1 against Regen in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I can just go back to give them a shout out. They played amazingly. We got lucky on that one.
Dropped
No,
one
didn't we
game
lose
to Halfwits. We dropped
Yeah,
one
that's
game to Halfwits, and we lost the match to Reborn Knights.
Mhm.
We dominated every other match in regular season.
Okay, well, very nice. So I guess that being said, is there any team that you guys fear moving forward in this bracket here? And I know as a player myself, it's good to keep your ego in check, but you guys are looking so fiery hot. Is there anyone that you any teams that you maybe fear or took a game off you earlier that you're looking for?
The 2 teams that are still in the playoffs. I probably speak for everyone here. We're 10 armor, but it was as close to being 0-2 as you could possibly get. We had to win the last fight in order to get there, and Halfwits got us easily in the first game we played against them, and had to squeak out a couple more to get them. So, I mean, our record looks great, but in division and so many close ones that it's kind of deceptive. It might look a little more lopsided than it actually was.
Yeah, really, actually, our first round, we had to scramble. They played great against us despite being 8th seed, as Regen Blue. And so, yeah, I guess I'm kind of on alert for all the the finals of the West, and then also the grand finals. Hopefully, just seems like the playoffs are unpredictable beat.
Yeah, these definitely NGS this season. Shout outs to the staff that put these brackets together. It seems like everything's been pretty close across the divisions, and now and on that, games looking like just that series there. Shout outs to Logical Decisions. They played phenomenally, and it was a 2-0, but they definitely had it was a lot closer than maybe it looked. But I'm gonna Bob here, my good friend, my good pal Bob Zoms got some questions for y'all real quick.
Yeah. Hey guys, congratulations on the win. I just got 2 quick questions. Was there anything during that last series that Logical Decision did that really threw you guys off? Because it's different from our point of view. But from your point of view as players, was there anything they drafted or did during a team fight that was really giving you trouble at all?
The Maiev pick. Well, we weren't used to that. We've scrimmed a bunch against them, and we know all the guys pretty well at this point, and I'm sure they know us. A lot of the bans were targeted bans, not just...
Yeah.
So the Maiev one caught us off guard. That could have gotten pretty bad.
We were surprised with their Maiev pick, and that's about it. Probably they weren't surprised by anything we did either, honestly.
Yeah.
We played each other a lot this season, and some before too.
Yeah, and then I could see that. The first game in particular at the beginning. Right out the gate, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a series just like that. The other question is a little fun one. So is Nate on that thrall? Were you just having a really good night, or is that just standard to play Grandmaster level?
Green Jesus, man. Green Jesus. I was feeling it. First game went well, so I thought the second coming of Green Jesus was in order.
Yeah, he's being humble, but he's always that good. They're incredible. So
yeah, hopefully
Thrall's your next best hero.
Yo, when we get to the grand finals, hopefully, and we play against East, maybe they won't see, because we haven't played Zera in the whole playoffs. They'll be like, maybe they'll let us have it.
No.
I'll
this ain't the place to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on here. I'm that's all the questions we had for you. But once again, congratulations. I will leave the floor open to y'all for any shout outs you may have.
Shout out to Seabrisket, who's at the airport. No, shout out to Logical Decision. Great scrimming, you guys, and good match. And shout out to you guys for casting. Love to have casters.
Thanks for the cast. Definitely looking forward to finals. Logical, GG's to them.
It'd be interesting to. So I think the other playoffs bracket isn't settled yet, right? So that'll be interesting to see. Or if it has
think
been
we
settled, I
scheduled
haven't
it.
watched it. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. That'll be an interesting match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta prepare for that.
I hope to maybe kind of watch some more of your games in the future here and watch to see how you guys do in the rest of the tournament. But good luck to y'all and congratulations once again.
Cheers. Thanks, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Great games, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Be well.
All right, cheers.
GG's.
Ooh,
What a night.
what a night.
What a night. That was definitely dominant wins, but like we said at the same time, to the trained eye, they weren't perfectly dominant. There was times, multiple times, where it could have swung back without a doubt.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, %. What you said here, Bob. That's all I got. I don't have anything else.
No.
Basically. But yeah, and thank you guys, everyone in the chat, for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. And thank you, Bob, my co-host here, for joining me.
Pleasure.
Back by popular demand. Guys, please stop sending me messages. When is Bob coming back? When is Bob casting again? We want more Bob. Please stop. I have too many of those.
I'm a busy man.
I only get so much Bob time, and I appreciate every single second of it. But yeah, we have a blast as always. I will definitely be doing more casts for NGS through the rest of the playoffs here. I'm also going to be casting a little bit for Heroes Lounge and then the Zul'jin Distillery Tournament, Invitational Tournament. I was invited to cast at that, so I am stoked. But Bagatron says, shout out to the zombie crew, Fangasm. Oh, that's the Hanzo, Bob. That's the Hanzo. He's here. He's watching us. Ah! Thank you so much, E.
4-man arrow Hanzo.
Yeah.
That alt peel. That was insane.
That was
really good.
All right, well, let's see if we can catch any of the other NGS streams still online. I'm going to send you guys over.
I like when Zeratul got low and he shot on an alt, like praying that he would hit him and kill him. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
the
funny that he
the
did that.
haircut moment. Yeah, absolutely.
It's such like a last second, like, and you just kind of
Just let it
shoot
rip.
it and pray. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that takes some gonads to do in the quarterfinals. Shoot it all out like that. That's freaking awesome.
Retro game time, says Colby. I don't think tonight, but very soon we'll do that again. We'll have a good old. We've been talking about some games to play on the emulator here, me and Bob.
Yeah, once the playoffs are all done, I'm sure we'll be. We're gonna be streaming old GameCube games and stuff. Little Skies of Arcadia playthrough.
Oh yeah, I actually started up a little Skies of Arcadia myself there, Bob, off stream, just to see what it was like.
Little F-Zero X to Twitch viewers' music choice.
I've always been more of a Mario Kart kind of guy myself.
Mario Kart, yeah,
Maybe
we
as an
definitely Mario
adult,
Kart.
I could play F-Zero X, because that game was
I've just always liked that game. I don't know what it is.
difficult.
It is a hard game. It's like a top 5 hardest GameCube game. GameFAQs voted.
Alright, so we're going to be going over to Arrow of the Storm here. Let me just make sure that his series is still running. It's going to be... Oh yeah, let's kick it over to Arrow here. It's going to be Division D West semifinals. He's a fantastic caster, another member of this community. So let's go give him some support and some love. And yeah, once again, thank y'all in the chat. Much appreciated. And we'll see you, catch you on the flip-flop.
Catch you on the flip-flop.